Hey there, Julia Rose here. I pray this message finds you at the precise time you need it. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else to find. Your vision is rapidly manifesting into reality. A new earth, it's happening. Hold the vision. Some of you have been feeling like your reality was not fully in your control. But this reading is reflecting to me how much your perspective around that specific belief has changed. If not, this is your reminder that you have more control than you think. Yes, our free will is probably only like 30% of what actually determines things here, but you have more agency than you realize. That's why your prayers are so important. That's why your intentions, your meditations, your connection with your guides is so important. Because it demonstrates that you're willing to assume responsibility by embracing connection. We have your life as a canvas, artist, manifestation, and creative accountability. You have a power to you that people can't always recognize. I mean, maybe they can, they're just hoping that you won't. But it's not about that. What I'm feeling like your understanding is just how much your energy is sacred, just how much your energy is precious, and the extent to which you must maintain boundaries in order to avoid unnecessary leakage. We have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. By the way, it's my birthday on April 7th. I'm so excited. Let me know how I should celebrate, everyone. Maybe I'll do a special video for you all. I don't know if I'll be going live, but I'm excited. Yay, Aries season. Okay. Spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. This is, do you see like the way that the reality is looking like a crystal here? Reality is full of life force, full of vitality. And of course, the more you connect with it, the more you have the ability to harness it or direct it as you desire. You got the love and karmic relationships, Hadarian energy, codependency and boundaries, and karmic relationships with Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Some of you have been becoming painfully aware of the ways that people were taking advantage of you and being very subtle about it. Very subtle. At least the projection over you was that it was subtle so you wouldn't recognize these things. So just know that the remainder of Mercury retrograde right now, whenever you're finding this, right now I'm recording in Mercury retrograde, but whenever you're finding this, this is a season where Spirit is really highlighting to you the reality of certain connections and certain ways that you've been giving away your hard-earned energy, meaning like allowing people to experience more of you than they might have energetically put a down payment on. Does that make sense? So you're really starting to integrate deeper knowing as you're starting to get more and more activated. I feel like these energies the last few days since the solar eclipse, and then with the new moon, solar eclipse, and then Neptune in, yeah, exactly, Neptune in Aries, and Mercury, or Venus going in retrograde last week. on Thursday. It's just, it's like every single connection where your energy is not being revered as sacred and then not being treated as such is getting highlighted so they can exit stage left, okay? And I feel like you're having a lot of realizations. Some of you could be having really sleepless nights. You know what? On the other hand, I feel like places that you left and made predictions on are starting to, see your intuitive predictions play out, and that's kind of having them freak out. Like, oh no, collective was right. Oh no, collective really knew what they were talking about. Oh my god, so-and-so predicted this. And they're still playing. They're still playing, I don't get it. We have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands. It's like, you're so used to this by now. You're so used to people just not being who they say they are. I just feel like you're like, all right, on to the next, whatever. Whatever. That it's like, this feels like a very testing energy. Like people have been trying to test you to see how far they could push you. But you don't react in ways that people expect. Or some of these people fear your reaction. Yeah. Chariot. Because you're so aware of your strength and your purpose that you understand how much time you don't have to be spending it on things that aren't gonna really help you create the life that you desire. I'm hearing spell work backfiring. Whatever these people were trying is just like crumbling. Okay? Crumbling. Because I love this depiction of the Five of Swords because it's like there's full awareness. Like there is absolute full awareness, whether or not these people can see how clearly you see this. Yeah, I feel like some of you have been afraid of hexes. That's not... No, you're protected, honey. You're protected. And Spirit's like, you're too important. The people that you cut off, you are experiencing like the anticipation of their frazzled energy. And that makes you feel like you need to keep your defenses up, but Spirit's just like, nah, forge ahead. Just don't look back because that's really going to be the safest energy for you. Don't look back. You came here to do so much more than you have been able to accomplish right now with these boundaries not in place. I think what some people don't understand is that their soul contract with you as a light worker to teach them is not to have unlimited access to your energy. Some of the contracts that y'all really agreed to were like, okay, they're going to come and connect with me for this long and then lose access. Because your energy is so catalyzing and so activating for people that they don't always understand until that's taken away, right? I'm just hearing it hits different with you. It hits different with you. And this is really interesting because I feel like the silence is so loud. I feel like, yeah, I got chills when I said that. The silence is so loud. So loud. Your silence is so loud that it like instills fear. Yeah. Some people didn't want you to see the reality of how powerful you are. I feel like a lot of people around you try to come in and make you see that they're on your level energetically and spiritually. And I feel like you're not always in an energy of holding your full extent of power in your body because of how much that would ruffle feathers around you. It would make it very difficult for people to tolerate being in your life. But trust me that the right people will never be intimidated by the full strength of your power. And there was something here in these contracts that you're leaving that you have been set here to place boundaries around, that you've been set here to place boundaries around. Do you see like the enmeshment here? You don't have time for that. That's an old reality. That's a karmically inherited wound that you are here to break all contracts of. Okay? And every time you show up even more fully in the full extent of your power, not giving a flying F, this allows you to embody an energy that naturally repels the people that cannot be around you. And I feel like some people were told not to try certain things with you. I feel like some people here were told not to underestimate you. They were told not to try things, not to say certain things, not to put themselves in your energy the way that they would with other people. And whatever you did here, whatever boundaries you set, proved their guides correct. And Spirit's just saying, keep holding on to your reality, the reality that you desire. Because the more you maintain a loyalty to your vision and honor the needs that you have, you're very much going to understand all of the ways that you have not been able to see up to this point, that you were not valuing your own energy. A lot of you are very giving, and you know what it feels like when people take advantage of you, when you are just offering your heart. And this set of lessons, for some of you, it's like a series of dominos. Second interruption. This set of lessons is here to remind you of the necessity of not holding back anymore. Not holding back your intensity for the sake of others' comfort. Not holding back your intensity or your absolute strength to help you get comfortable with knowing that people are going to recognize this in you. Some of you have been really afraid of leaning into this no bullshit energy because you're understanding that it's not always the best energy to accomplish what it is that you're trying to achieve. But also recognize that that was the version of you that people pleased, that didn't want to ruffle any feathers, that didn't want to draw too much attention to yourself, that found meaning in losing yourself to another's reality. That's codependency. This is all coming up and around now, and sometimes it's literally like it's like being raised from the dead. All of these things that you have worked so hard to lay to rest, they're all like trying to zombie their way back into your life, and you're just like, no. 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 Maniacal laughter. So, like, just because you choose to be nice, people don't think that you're not gonna switch it up when you need to because they've been effing around. Okay? Okay. What else, Spirit, with this message? Yeah, literally, I love that message. When you are no longer afraid of just being yourself, that's showing, Spirit, that you're not afraid of this anymore. Because until you accept all of yourself, especially on a spiritual path, especially when you have woken up and chosen to come out here and listen to a message like this, okay? You understand laws of energy. You understand that in order to fully have everything that you are inherited to receive, you have to accept yourself for all that you can and will be. All that you could be. My dog's going crazy. That's the only way to unlock this. It's not by being too nice. It's not by being too nice. It's making sure you are cared for so that you can continuously care for others. Okay? So it's selfish. Yeah, it is. It's your reality, isn't it? Why not be selfish with it? I'm speaking to the people pleasers. I'm speaking to the empaths. I'm speaking to the lovers and the dreamers who are finding themselves. But you have to remember that you're not going to find yourself when you're looking everywhere beyond yourself for you. Okay? The law of mirroring cannot assist you if you do not first look at yourself. Because if you don't understand your internal mechanisms, you're not going to understand why reality is mirroring certain things back to you that it doesn't make sense. I've done the manifesting. I prayed for the cords to be cut. Well, there's always a lesson. There's always a lesson. Hi, dog. There's always a lesson. So you have to be very, very mindful that you are fully aware of the ways that you are contributing to things. Positive, negative, happy, sad, whatever. Okay? It's not conscious. Always. But as soon as you become aware of things, that's the moment in time that you are given the agency to make a new decision. Okay? So I feel like you all have been afraid of really choosing yourself. We have King of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you all have been really afraid of choosing yourself. Okay? You've been afraid of allowing yourself to desire the abundance that would reflect the wealth of your spirit. And I understand that you're not wanting to come across as materialistic. You're not wanting to come across, I could hardly even say it. You're not wanting to come across as someone that is vain or shallow. The way that you grew up around other people, recognizing these traits in others. You learned what you didn't want to be because of everything that you have been around. But that doesn't mean it's selfish for you to receive what you were meant to receive. You're a good person. God recognizes your pure intentions. So why wouldn't God want to take care of you? Why would you not deserve that? The law of attraction dictates, this is what Spirit's telling me, that you must deem yourself worthy enough of everything that you desire first in order to receive it. There can be no mistaking this. So if things aren't unraveling the way that you want them to, then you haven't gone deep enough. Of course, there's a timing for everything, but your persistence, your dedication speaks volumes to the Creator and to your spirit team. So lean into this. Lean into this integration. Lean into this season of boundary setting. You're so powerful. Okay, Spirit's wanting me to highlight an experience. These people, especially if you've left past workplaces or communities, whatever it is, even friend groups, you know, they cannot get over the fact that you have somehow fared better away from them, okay? And they're gonna try to come back multiple times, like these zombies, rising from the dead, okay? Trying to figure out how can we get them back here. They did so much for us. We need their energy back here. It's like this giant void now. Well, yeah, because one, they were siphoning you, and two, you were meant to show them what the embodiment of personal power looks like, the embodiment of unconditional love looks like, and then for God to say, okay, time for them to learn the lesson now. Exit stage right, please. Even years later, they're trying to come back, right? And energetically, a little peekaboo kind of thing. And you're not having it. See, they're not understanding where you obtained this sense of personal power and this trust in yourself, because they're so used to relying on others to tell them how to be, how to exist, what to enjoy, how to dress, how to identify yourself, what kind of relationships you should aspire for, what kind of jobs you should aspire for. They're so used to living in a narrow life, living in a narrow mindset, that sometimes you spend so much time in hermit time that you're like, you step out into the open again, and then you see all these people that are still trapped within their own minds, that you're like, whoa. It's a stark reminder of even the ones that are committing to a spiritual journey becoming complacent. You've never been satisfied. And part of that is your constant feeling that you never feel good enough. You're in this energy like, I'm not good enough for God. I have to keep doing more. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. But you're not seeing how worthy you are and how quickly you're elevating. You still don't feel worthy, and you're finally around all the people that you're meant to be around. And if you're not, you're about to step into that season, because like I said, the dominos are dominoing and you are rippling these karmic completions out through your ethers. The right opportunities are opening up for you because you finally are recognizing and acknowledging, fully freaking embracing exactly what it is that you want and exactly who you are. Yeah, you're the most powerful light worker that walks into the room, and you might be in a room of light workers. Yeah, you're the most powerful person with your skill set. I don't know, whatever your occupation is, wherever it is that you're going to do things, you just kind of like do your own thing, you excel at it, and people are like, how do you do that? It's because you have actually learned how to trust yourself, to be independent, to make your own decisions for yourself. You might not see you like this, but everyone thinks that this is how you're seeing you. Okay? Everyone thinks that this is how you're seeing you. Because every single time you choose what serves you. Every single time. Okay? So enjoy the ride. Okay? Enjoy the journey. Start to have a little fun when you're recognizing, please take this person's energy off me, spirit. Thank you. Have a little fun when you're starting to recognize that the healing is working. Recognize how powerful you are, that this stuff that you're doing is actually working. It's actually working. Okay? The star. And that's also you. It's like you've got this luminous energy that just changes every single room you walk into. You express yourself unapologetically. And that scares the shit out of these people that have lived their lives confined and they don't even know it. It's not that their intentions are poor or harmful, they're just limited. A lot of them, anyway. And that's why being around someone like you, even just for 10 minutes, is so activating. So activating. Yeah, the moon. Do you get it yet? It's like you see the truth of everything. You understand what's happening around you with the people that you're connected to. You understand that. And even without trying, you manage to just say the right thing at the right time. Because you're that tuned in. That's what makes you fearless. Your integrity. High Priestess. But that's also what makes people so scared of you. Three of Cups. That's also what makes people so scared of you. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at this lineup. The Star, the Moon, the High Priestess, and the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles just keeps wanting to come up, come out. Look at that freaking lineup. Do you get it yet? You are the medicine to overcoming all illusion. This is you sitting in your power. Maybe you don't embody that all the time because you don't like to ruffle feathers everywhere you go, but Spirit's really asking you to not be afraid of embracing your power, okay? Because that's going to be the key to getting where you're trying to go in this next season. The more you start setting boundaries and ending these karmic patterns, the more relief you're going to feel. And consequently, it's all these burdens being lifted off your back, off your shoulders. Some of you literally could even be having shoulder pain, like or neck pain with the actual weight of these energies shifting in your life because you're clearing things like this. Okay? Powerful. Powerful. You're powerful. Stop pretending you're not. And stop denying it to yourself. Because the more you bring your power into your awareness, the less others can do sneaky things. Some might try. They might have a spirit they're working with to create a glamour. But look at how piercing the gaze is of the High Priestess. It's like, okay, you can try, but I see everything. I don't have to say everything that I see because I see it all and I know that God will have me speak when I am meant to speak. I mean, just try it for a day. Walking, talking, moving, and doing things in that energy. Just try it for a day. See how it feels. To not lean away from that side of yourself. Just one day. What a message. If you're interested in becoming a Reiki master and specifically wanting one-on-one mentoring, I am teaching Kundalini Reiki systems in an 8-week course starting April 22nd, meeting for an hour every Tuesday and Thursday evening. Tuesdays are attunement ceremonies, and Thursdays are the time that we discuss the module material. If you're interested in more information on that, you can check out the link in the description box below. That's also where you'll find the pages to book with me, whether that's for a Reiki healing session, house blessing, land blessing, or a psychic reading. Yeah. Come join me on Patreon. Links in the description box below. We're going to be continuing this message over there. All right. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.